Hi, this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life and welcome back to my channel. This is a process video for two parts. The first part is going to be off the board with pineapple papers, where we go on to Pinterest and we figure out which one we want to do from our boards. And this one is going to be a sketch that I am going to use, and this is a sketch that is sketch number 128 from Sketch Savvy. And then the other part of this is going to be a January sponsor, because I am in the hop with Rediscover Your Stash hop, and the theme is to use some type of different certain things or another. So the stash for this time around, because we are going to be with Color Rush Studio, is going to be sponsoring this hop, and there is a bunch of different things that needs to go on. But what we need to use is ribbons, trims, fibers, and or pom-poms. And if you use the code RYSHOP10 for 10% off of your Color Rush order. Now, in the corner, I have the sketch in the one corner and the sponsorship of Color Rush Studio in the other one, and it explains everything. And then there is going to be, you have to follow along in the descriptions. It's like a lot to discuss, so I'm going to just leave it there. I'm going to copy literally what Sarah scraps over at her group, because this is her group that does this hop every month, that will explain everything on how this works. So just make sure you go over there. I have been a guest designer for Color Rush Studio before, and I absolutely love her products. It is a kit just like any other kits that I have purchased, like the Scrap Room, Mercy Tiara, and all of that. But the one cool thing about Color Rush Studio is that they make their own like fibers and ribbons and that kind of stuff to go along with her kits. And so that is why you could either go into your stash and use ribbons, trims, fibers, or pom-poms. And I think using the twine goes under fibers, I think. But at any rate, it's stash brush theme. I'm trying to finish up the one that I have. It's like ridiculous small, and I still don't have it all used up. But the sketch, I follow that pretty closely. I actually enjoy using this collection. This collection that I'm using is the same collection that I used on Monday, because this is going up on Wednesday. And it is the moon... Hold on here. I got it wrong. It's like Moonstruck, I think. Let me look. I forgot to write it down on my little sheet. Moonlight Magic from Crepe Paper. That is a collection that I am using. I left it out because I was like, ooh, these two pages will go right next to each other. Because when I went to go look at her book, my daughter's book, to put down these two, I liked the other one for that sketch that I found from Paper Issues. That one worked well with those photos, and actually this one becomes first. This layout goes first in her layout, in her story, versus the one that I did on Monday. But they're all about the same thing. It's the chorus that she has done. This particular one here is of their Veterans Day program, when our previous principal had a Veterans Day program every year, because where our school is located as a Bel Air, this was as Bel Air K-8, and where we're still located now that we're Bel Air Elementary, it still doesn't matter, it's the same location. We have many families that are military based. They have a lot, like myself, my husband's active, or was active duty, now retiree, things like that, that we follow that pretty closely. So we would have a Veterans Day program every year, and our chorus would always sing. Well, the one thing that I loved about this one was my music teacher that has been at that school since the beginning, is retiring this particular year. She retired her 5th grade year, or my daughter's 5th grade year, I should say. So these, this is like the performance, the last performance. Now, I do have another set of her performance that is in May, but she didn't last as long because her ADHD and everything got just a little bit too much, and the noise factor, she just couldn't do it. So I don't have a decent amount of photos from that one, but I did get this one. This one worked out well, and then obviously the one that I did on Monday, those were part of her chorus times of being, in 5th grade. This is the only time that she actually joined chorus. She actually went from chorus to bands. So now going into her 6th grade year, once I get done with all of this year, for 5th grade, you'll start to see her band chorus, or like her band performances and stuff instead. So here I'm following this to the T. The title is going to be Fairy Tale. I like that one. It just seems to fit, her, just with everything that, for her style and everything. Like, this collection really matches her lifestyle. I love this style for her, and I was like, you know what? This is what's going to be her title. I am going through, and there's some tags. These tags are I'm making this, this piece of paper or one of these embellishments that was in there. I'm turning that into tags because I needed to put the twine somewhere. And in the sketch up above, you can see that there is tags that are in there, so I just made them. And I'm going to place them in that one section. Now, I will tell you, this is why I buy a ton of embellishments, because this became a very, very Miranda Webber, embellishment city. I'm going to do a lot with this, and that is definitely my, yep, you can tell, when you're scrolling through Instagram, whatever, that this is it. So I am just going through here and making sure I'm making sure that all of the embellishments fit the way I want. Now, not the funny part, but the cool part about this is most of these students that are in this photo, I have taught. I have taught either when they were in 4th grade for me, or they were in 5th grade for me, or I have taught them twice while they were in 4th and 5th. And so I really love this photo because there's a ton of individuals that are on there that I have taught. And when Kaylin was in 5th grade, the students that I have now were 3rd grade. And so in this photo, they're 3rd graders, and some of them I taught 4th and 5th, and then some of them I taught in 5th. But they were on here as 3rd, 4th, or 5th graders. The 5th graders, obviously, I taught while they were 1st and 3rd, and then the 4th graders, I taught 3rd and 4th. I taught 3rd and 4th. Some of them I just taught 4th because they just may have just come to the school or whatever, but 3rd and 4th. And then obviously the 3rd graders, I didn't get to them until either last year or this year. So that's why I enjoy them. And now most of them that are 5th graders are now 7th graders, and the ones that were 4th grade, now they are 6th grade. So yeah, I've been teaching at this school for a very long time. So make sure, I'm going to be honest, make sure you check the links down below. I've got 2 hops going on, and they're the same hops on the exact same days. So the off the board will be down there. The link for how all of the fun stuff for Color Rush Studio and Rediscover Your Stash will be down there. It's a mouthful, but just check the descriptions and call it a day for me, because I'm just not going to go through all of that, because I know there is a lot of us that do both, and you're going to literally hear the same thing. I am actually, while I am filming this, I am actually 2 weeks ahead, and I'm super excited to say that I'm staying 2 weeks ahead. It's kind of nice. Here is the stash busting that we're supposed to use for Rediscover Your Stash, and this is where I'm using, I think twine is considered fiber. I don't know. I think it is. Sure, we're gonna roll with that, okay? So, I'm in this twine. That's what I'm gonna put there, and that's why that's there. And I really like how I just tied it this time. I didn't do like how I do the loopy loop. I tied it, and I like how I can be able to spread it across and just make it work, in that regards. And then obviously I added the floral cluster on the bottom, and then I needed the other side, And I just loved how this turns out. So make sure that you check out everybody that's down below. Also, if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad to have you. I do upload between 2 to 3 times a week. Design teams, collaborations, all of the fun stuff is all there for me that I do. And if you are coming from anybody else, great. If you are first starting with me, make sure you go check out everybody. And lastly, I am ending with antique linen. Antique linen from Distress Spritz as my gold. This is my new Heidi Swap. Don't care what anyone says. This is better than Heidi Swap. Sorry to say, sorry not sorry. Still shots are coming up. I hope you guys are all staying safe. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.